you're a badass in the movie, man. Seriously.
Thanks, man.
For lack of a better term, badass.
Badass is a good word.
Yeah, that should be the review of the film. Just badass, period.
Fantastic.
With Kevin and Tom. That'll be the review. You can review your own movie.
I'll take it,
Let's do it.
Just at the top of Chris's face,
Right.
just have badass Tom Hiddleston.
You know, in the movie, you're going through so many different emotions. Your character is
Yeah.
all over the place, but it's a great. You keep it really together. You did a fantastic job. But your character, you're trying to prove your worth to your father.
Absolutely, yes.
Can you equate that to in real life, where you tried to prove something to somebody, where you felt like you had to maybe not go down an evil path, but you had to force yourself to prove your worth?
Gosh, you know, I guess I've had to prove my worth a lot of times. You know,
Right.
we have to prove to our teachers that we're not stupid. We have to prove to our parents that we're going to make them proud. You know,
Right.
I've never been quite so misguided as Loki is. I think in his reasons, in his methodology, I guess. But I've had to work hard for a lot of things in my life, actually. I remember being told that I probably wouldn't get into Cambridge University because I wasn't smart enough. So I had to pull my socks up and prove to whoever it was who said I couldn't do it that I could do it, and then I did. But I don't think I can quite relate to Loki's
Right.
villainey in that respect.
Right.
No.
You never became a villain and just randomly killed people.
No,
so you can get into Cambridge. They killed like 10 people so I can get into Cambridge.
I'm going to get a lot of letters from Cambridge professors now going, what did you do? Who did you kill to get here?
You know, like I was mentioning, your character's going through all these different emotions, and since there's so many of them, did you ever pop on set one day and accidentally get into the wrong emotion, that wrong scene? Because your character's very, very he's confused.
He is confused.
How did you play that in your head? Were you conscious during every scene? Okay, I have to be this emotion here and this emotion here, because I almost felt bad for your character at times.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I wanted.
Right.
You know, I've always loved watching films where the bad guy, or you know, the whoever's playing the bad guy,
right.
his credentials come from a psychological complexity, so that you're not just playing some kind of cardboard, cackling villain. That there are complex motivations for being the bad guy, for bringing destruction on the hero, and it really was just about trying to inhabit what it might be like to be a super intelligent being, as in the speed of his mind, the size of his strategic ability is so great, but at the same time he's incredibly vulnerable, and there's a sense of he's been betrayed and he's damaged and he's quite thin-skinned. So you've got the two things of being very, very brilliantly intelligent and also quite raw. So I just tried to inhabit that. I mean, it's that becomes the really juicy part of the acting role in a way.
You know, the scene where Chris is banished to Earth. I was actually reading that, and I remember, I think it was a quote from you that said that Kenneth walked up to Anthony and told him to do something.
Yeah.
And at that scene, there was just silence.
Silence,
talk to me
and
what
then
happened
huge applause.
So what happened? So you're on set.
So we were on set, and we were covering Tony first.
Right.
And Anthony Hopkins insists that everyone call him.
It's weird to me. He's like, "Hi, I'm Tony Hopkins." I'm like, no, you're Sir Anthony Hopkins, dude. Get it right.
No, he's Tony. So we were on his close-ups first, and he did a couple, and they were all magnificent.
Right.
And Ken came up to him and said, "Look, Tony, we could break for lunch now. We've got it. It's in the movie. But I'd just like to try one more. These are your two boys, and they've gone against your orders, and they've betrayed you. So if I can dare you to do it, let him break your heart a bit, and let me see the heartbreak." And Tony said, okay. And then that succeeding take, the following take, was so moving, because Tony Hopkins, who's in his early 70s, just seemed to crumble, spiritually, and it was just incredibly powerful. I mean, Chris and I went and had lunch, and he was like, "Dude, let's give up acting, mate. It's time to call it a day."
Right.
How do we go up against that?
Yeah. That's great. You really did a great job in the movie. I mean,
Thank
seriously,
you so
did a
much.
fantastic job. They're wrapping me up, but seriously, congratulations,
Thanks, bud.
man.